Instead of playing all these games.
Rudolph and Frosty meet for the first time.
Would you light up your nose for us, Uncle Rudolph?
And you battle with the evil wizard to keep Rudolph's nose shining.
We were already live.
Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas. Tomorrow.
What's
Unbelievable.
going on here?
Free game, you can win up to $50,000.
Can you win?
We were live.
Oh yes.
Oh, we were.
Well, I know, Dana, that's absolutely right. And that's when I hand over all the.
Go with the sometimes. It makes more sense. Now, in time for Christmas,
See there? Apparently, yeah. We're gonna have to read for
States meet suburbs of Michigan.
This video is totally cut out.
the
Audio's
algorithm
gone.
rules.
Santa Claus is
Whole meltdown. 10:42 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I guess you can't say things twice. You're not allowed to.
Before you do me in, would you tell your tree friends to let me loose for
See how that works?
Listen, I have something for you.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, Uncle Aldo.
Oh, no, sir, Mr. Warlock. Or may I call you Winter?
Mr. Warlock, if you please.
Well, I managed to save one little toy, and I'd like you to have it.
You
I think I heard something on the news earlier where they're talking about how Congress needs to get up off their can and pass a stimulus package. Well, yeah, like duh, like 2 months ago already.
I'd like to start
The mess.
If you just call out,
I do.
Oh, yes, of course. But you mustn't mind the tree monsters. Their bark is worse than their bite.
Lost their Second Amendment.
Their bark is
They are conditioned for singing. That's about it.
Really well. Peter
So if
release the
if it all hit the fan, then what are they going to do? They're going to shout, sing.
There are no tricks now.
Well, if it got really horrible in the United States, what do you suppose the Americans would do? Just curious. I bet you can figure it out. Bet you can figure it out.
My icy heart.
This is why the United States should never, ever lose its second.
look, Mr. Warlock.
Please
I'm going to make a prediction today.
call me. when-
Guaranteed, without a shadow of a doubt fact. In the coming months, as more people lose their jobs, as more people are going hungry, as more families are going hungry,
But will it last?
they will, in various states, if not nationwide, have incentives that if you turn in your metal protector, you get a box of food.
What
You want
is
to bet?
a metal protector?
Watch and see. Watch and see.
Look here.
Guaranteed.
From bad to good's as easy as taking your first
If you turn in your metal protector,
You put
you get
one
to feed
foot
your
in front of
family.
the
What do
other,
you think?
and soon you'll be walking
Guaranteed
across the floor,
Watch
or 1 foot in front
It might
of
not be
the
the
other.
entire United States, but it'll
Soon
be
you'll be
parts of
walking
it.
out the door.
maybe big cities or
What, of this fucked up
Watch
Matrix
and see.
war? Out into
the authorities
cold,
always
no
pull
home.
this kind of trash when they think that you're vulnerable. And here's the
In
thing,
the uranium mine.
they think you're weak, and they're going to
Put
take
one
more
foot
advantage of
in
you if they
front
think you're weak.
of the other. Soon you'll be walking across the floor.
All there is to it.
1 foot in front of the other. And soon you'll
And how do we
be
know
walking
that?
out the
Well,
door.
because they, meaning the powers that be, have pulled that crap before the United States during really tough times. Like deep recession. I think they pulled that off in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Is it New York or Philadelphia? It was a state in the United States. Exactly,
One
and
of
here's
my
the thing.
favorite little Christmas
If somebody
movies.
resided in a state with a lot of forest in there, if you were really that hungry, well, there you go. Deers are not just hungry. It's not that difficult to trust deer.
It's just my election. Just vote for a chance to be reborn.
But not everybody knows how to trust deer. Not everybody has a person.
Do you hear that? I mean,
True, I understand.
your
Brandon.
ice cold heart never melted there, Daniel.
Brandon, you're right. But here's the thing, there's no excuse for that. The United States is the richest country on the planet. There's no reason why anyone right this moment in our country should be going hungry. There's no reason for it at all. Nope.
Well, there's all kinds of ways we can.
There's no reason for it.
Bring me nice new toys. I can assist you with my magic.
Oh yeah,
I'll show
320 million. I think it's
Gaze
350.
into my
Okay.
magic crystal snowball. Someone is looking for you.
Yeah, homeless people are on the rise. It's true.
Go to her lab.
That is true.
Only me, ma'am.
I thought I'd never find you again. I wanted to
And
bring
now,
you these.
I think
Letters
January
and notes from the
1st,
children of Somber Town,
a lot of
asking for
people
more
sit in this
toys.
room,
You see,
is when
the
the
burgomaster destroyed the ones
unemployment
you
is.
brought.
You tell those young'uns there'll be plenty
That's
of
only 4
toys.
weeks
Only
away.
if
It's
they
8
behave
years away.
themselves.
I don't know how that
Try
works. If
and
you get paid every
empower.
week
Oh,
or 2 weeks or how it works. If it's
I got
bi-weekly
ways
or
of knowing.
monthly, I'm not sure.
My
So I'm not on it.
personal friend, the warlock, taught me this.
But I'm just,
Yes, sir. I can see them when they're sleeping. I know when they're awake.
My goodness. You know if they're bad or good?
So you tell them to be good.
and as Dabu 7 reported yesterday, or maybe it was today,
For what?
that all these billionaires
For just
have
being
added $1 trillion to their
Now,
wallets,
about the toys.
while the
I'll have to
middle
kind of
class
slip them
has
in
gone
that
into the
when
poor,
burgomeister's
and the
asleep.
gap in
So
between
you
the
tell all the
the absolute
boys
rich and the
doors
absolute
unlocked
poor
at night.
has widened so greatly now that there's more people that are in the like super rich division. There's more people that are now in the super poor division. A lot of those people came from the middle class who are turning up for it. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? It's outrageous. But here's the thing: it goes right back at what are you going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? Well, it's obvious they're not going to do anything about it because there's a bill that has been on, in other words, on limbo or in limbo for 2 months,
Well,
and they're still playing games. They said they would have it resolved
So we packed up.
by the time that the election was over. Well, the election's been over for how long?
Safe inside Southern County. Tried all the doors.
In 2 days, it'll be a month now. If the election would be over, maybe the election date itself is November 3rd. So what's taking them so long? I mean, truly, it's already people in the United States are going absolutely hungry. That's right. I mean, I don't know what to do.
We'll return after
These guys talk a big game.
when most everything
Yeah.
your dog eats is soft. Keeping his teeth clean and white may be hard.
What's that next, Scott? Monograph in Washington State, the roll of your sleeper will be ready December 23rd and will be administered to first responders, nurses, home providers, and it will be given by a sign-up provider. Oh, and here's another thing I've been listening to. They're saying, well, you know, your employer can mandate that, can force you to do it and say, well, if you don't do it, a sabernara. Okay, well, if 40% of the, people like the doctors and the nurses and first responders take a hike, who's going to fill those positions? Just saying. Oh, here's one for you. Check this out. Any company or business that would mandate its employees to do anything like that against your will, want to understand they have to provide what is called an alternative. So if you're not willing to do that, then maybe you have to do something else.
back to our story.
Then, of course, people can chop, according to some case back in
Well,
1919 or 1920 or 18 or whatever the heck it was,
gathered them together and
in Massachusetts, where the one with the Spanish people back then,
he just couldn't
and
turn it.
mandatory
But this time
anything
he found all the doors
deal with
locked.
companies and their
Well, there was one
employees.
special toy
There's a
he just
case
had
where
to
the courts
Susan
ruled
had
in favor of the company, saying yes, they can mandate it.
But asked
You have to do it, right?
Toy
Anyway,
knows
because of public health.
Chris just couldn't disappoint her.
But needless to say,
Ronald,
here we go again.
you have an idea?
The president talked about
Knock on the
treatments.
door.
He said he was cured. Those are his words, not mine.
The stars?
So
The
why not
Jimmy.
treatments? And if it's 99%, in other words, it's going to end up in court all day long. Yes, it is. Everybody knows it. But they're just preparing everyone that they don't want it to end up in court. They just want you to essentially put your ass up in the air and just take it. That's what they want you to do. That's it. This is what they're preparing you for. But does that mean that you have to take it? Sure doesn't mean that. No, it doesn't. Nope. Sorry.
More toys discovered by
Yeah, that's the case. Somebody's putting it here. Oh, Jacob versus Massachusetts. So that case, that's what they'll revert back to. The Supreme Court guaranteed they'll say, "Oh no, it's a public health emergency. It's emergency with a 99% survivability rate." Is it what?
Otherwise, their life would be nothing.
That's where it's going to get confusing.
Washing their stockings.
But all the same, it's not going to matter because
Their stockings.
It's just.
Take this to Jessica. She'll know what to tell
I
them.
mean, truly, I think that's where things is going to go down. That's why Gustav is having a hard time sleeping at night, because he knows what's going to happen when people say no. He does. He knows exactly the response and what the response will be, and he'll probably know exactly how the people are going to respond. That's what keeps him up. The reaction. Yeah, we're going to be getting to that. Here's a weird thing.
There were no toys.
It's making me wonder.
And that's how he started leaving presents. And
I
stuff.
saw that, Dana, where it's talking about no wiggle isolating. I saw that. There's so many videos out about that. But here we go again. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. No, you had the Supreme Court or the state Supreme Court tell the governor of Michigan and the governor of, I believe it was Ohio, and the governor of California, they got to knock off what they're doing. They're not knocking off what they're doing. They're like, well, sue me again. Take me to court again. I'm not going to. And then you had Cuomo say what the court decided is irrelevant.
Please.
Then you must help me stop Chris. Please use your magic.
Alas, I've been disenchanted. I have no more
So-
powers.
Oh, that's terrible. What shall we do?
Then you're going to have all these,
He's going to do anything.
you're going to have all these people running around saying, well, if I was forced to do it, then you would have to do it because I was.
Chris,
It's going to be a mess.
to the dungeon.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, I tell you, things didn't look good.
I just count my lucky blessings that I don't have to worry about that, at least immediately. I don't work for a big old company,
Under arrest.
private contractor.
Me? Wait.
I'm sure that, maybe one of these companies might say, well, in order to continue the contract for us, you have to do a role for flavor. And that's when I'll say, no, I don't. You're fired. Because, sorry, wrong. Toodles, see ya. I'm easily replaced, so I'll replace me somewhere.
We'll return after these messages.
So my point is this: if a company forces you
Bird's Eye Village. Hi, I'm Clarence
to do
Bird's
it,
Eye.
they're going to use your job as some sort of weapon against yourself, that would be extortion. Yes, it would be. Because let's just say you make $60,000 a year.
Corn, Green beans?
and then you refuse to do that, and they're like, well,
Penny, you've been
either you're going to do it or you're going to lose $60,000 a year. That's extortion. Okay. Well, when something goes incredibly wrong, who's responsible? The company was responsible. Yes, they do.
makes me tense.
Because they themselves, the company,
I only like
is
Saga brand 100%
responsible for you
Go ahead.
forcing you
It's
through
really
extortion to get it.
Now, that's a good
Okay.
treat.
What do you want? You want to be warm, feed your family, have shelter, have a house, pay your bills,
Saga brand.
or if you don't want to do that, you're fired. Then the company should be held responsible in the case something goes incredibly wrong. Right? You're damn right that's right. Because you forced me to do it. Well, we didn't force you. That's a game to play. We didn't force you. Well, yeah, you did.
Each produced
If
by
you're
the
telling
most
somebody
acclaimed and honored team in
they're going to lose their job unless they do whatever you want them to. And then they do it. And then they're injured or worse. That's the company's responsibility. Yes, it is. If the company forces me to wear a hard hat, and they issue the hard hat. In other words, I can't bring my own hard hat.
You must set Chris in the
I can't go to a store and buy their hard hat and use it for their job. It would have to be given, it would be a company hard hat that would be OSHA approved. And I'd have to wear the hard hat. And something happened, and the hard hat didn't protect me. Guess who gets sued next? The company that gave me the hard hat. Right? So why is it any different? It's not really any different. And these companies better know that. They sure better know it. Because even though the manufacturers, I'm not an attorney, but this makes perfect sense to me. Even the manufacturers themselves have zero culpability for their own product. Well, that's just dandy. They're not the ones issuing it. They are producing it. If the companies force their employees and something goes wrong, well, guess who's holding the bag, buddy? The company would be holding the bag. Is that right? Or is that not right? Somebody help me out. Is that right? Am I wrong? I don't know anything about law, but it makes perfect sense. Sure they do. If it's defective, I'll tell you what, these companies better know. These companies better know. Can you imagine how swiftly the lawsuits would fly? Wow. Good. Good for them. Break them. Who cares? Company will be out of business next time. So what?
She had to do was set Chris and the others free.
Mr. Warlock.
Jessica.
Unless, of course, the government themselves will have some little thing in there. Will have a clause in there that'll say, oh, they're exempt from lawsuit. You can't sue them if something goes wrong. What?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
man.
nothing but a few meager magical leftovers here in my pockets.
Mm-hmm.
A short-circuited wand, useless. A dried
What is-
up magic.
Is that along monograph? I'm convinced that they're using some kind of fact that is making the people
and a few
docile.
handfuls of magic feed corn. Just on me.
Send me a story on Twitter.
But it's
I wasn't sure if you'd seen it.
Dissolve prison walls. All it can do is make reindeer fly.
Reindeer.
Camp FEMA for all of us.
Yes.
Oh, well.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Later that night,
Yeah, well,
Jessica rounded up some of Chris's reindeer.
I'm not going to be worried about any of that garbage until it's right in my lap. Because there's so much misinformation out there. I mean, it's just out of this world. People are writing these stories and they're from websites you never heard of, not even once in your life. It's like, really? Is that an opinion or is that fact?
And don't forget.
Backlog right now for evictions in the courts. Well, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But here's the thing. How can somebody evict somebody based on something so massive that is no fault of their own? I'm just not getting it. I mean, why is it that these big corporations, here's a good example. The airline industry, they can't go broke because government won't let them. Well, why not? Why can't they go under? They're not the only airline in town. Why does that one get to survive? That one can collapse, but that one can't. Well, why not?
You were wearing this when we found you at the baby. See what it says?
There's something else. So,
I knew it. That's where we got his name from.
And it was that name he asked Jessica to share. It was that name Jessica agreed to take as his wife.
Jessica.
something else.
Mrs. Santa Claus.
It was a lovely wedding. Yes, sir. They held it on Christmas Eve.
What is that?
And since no time.
Monograph. They have, let's see, roll up your sleeve reports. I do believe the last I heard, they paid out a total of $4 billion so far. Yeah, I've heard that too. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't really make a difference because those, in other words, those court cases aren't heard for years, buddy, years and years and years. And who's the people who are making that out on it? Well, the attorneys are the ones making out on it. They don't care. They're making little deals behind closed doors. Well, instead of giving you $8 billion to let's give you 1.6. What do you say? I'm going to further my career. I made a deal with the opposing side. We shake hands. And it's a wonderful thing. That's it. Then it's distributed amongst, I don't know, 1 million people. Then everybody ends up with $3.85. Now, pat on your ass.
$20 with her.
Then they go to the next one. That's basically how it works.
Bullshit. Thieves.
And then here's the craziest thing too. They're saying that there's 6 different ones. That the Moderna is it's a 2 roll up your sleeve scenario. So you got the first roll up your sleever, and then 21 days later, or at a later date, you get the booster. Johnson, this very moment, is working on a 1 roll up your sleever. So you don't have to do the 2 doses. You do 1 only. Again, if you ask me, in my personal opinion, this has everything to do with continent and or country ownership of its citizens. I mean, I'm being so honest. I truly believe it. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying something's goofy.
This is it. We'll build ourselves a nice house.
And how does the United States get to dictate
We'll build ourselves a
for the whole globe of what company is making what for who? What? Last time I checked, the European Union, they have their own pharmaceutical companies. Last time I checked, Japan has its own. China has its own. So, who are we? Oh, that's right. You mean to tell me when you got that big meeting with the United Nations, you guys figured all this crap out last year, for the last couple of years, of how it's going to all go down? Yeah, that's exactly how.
Oh, just look at
Yeah, and I'm not up for that, Giovanni. I'm just not up for that. Sorry.
Load up the sleigh. This is the 4th trip this month.
Again, what are the ingredients? Put it out there.
But when did they stop calling him an outlaw?
Well, as time went by, that changed. You see, the Meisterberg.
It's outrageous, Lacey.
Kind of died off and fell out of power. And
I know. I know, Annie.
How silly the Meisterberg always were. Well, everybody.
Mrs. Oakley, 7th.
They forgot all about it. Yes, the older he got, the more famous he became. The more folks loved him.
Hello there, Rachel. How have you been? I've been good, thank you.
Is that why he's called Santa Claus?
That's why, honey. That's why.
It's just so rotten on so many levels.
I can hardly keep up with the orders. I'm afraid I'm going to have to.
And then the constant distraction of the election. Constant. It's like, dude, let's figure it out or don't. instead of playing all these games.
The night of profound love, which was the perfect night to give.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. And that's how it all started.
Unbelievable.
We'll return after these messages.
Catch Lucky. He's got Lucky Charms.
Well, I know, Dana. That's absolutely right. And that's when I hand over them. See there?
Delicious.
Apparently, yeah.
Where are you, Lucky Charms?
You're gonna have to read the algorithm lords.
What kind of father are you? What? You're giving her only half a toothpaste.
Judy needs fluoride paste to fight cavities.
I guess you can't say things twice. You're not allowed to.
Half a toothpaste too. Get both halves with
See how that works?
All the cavity fighting fluoride of the leading paste.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, Uncle Algo.
Leading gel,
We're so sorry,
And Brett
Uncle Algo.
double protection aqua fresh.
But we haven't done a damn thing all day. We're so sorry.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
See how that works?
Mr. Warlock?
Winter, please. I've got my magic power working just
I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
can cast up a big
Then we're going into, what is it, the sun cycle, 25th?
Oh, point Christmas.
And the sun is, sun is getting busy. I suppose that thing that passed Earth today, they didn't even know it was. They just know it was a near-Earth object, but they did not classify it
He's so
as an asteroid or meteor or meteorite or anything. They didn't know what it was,
Oh, he's not
which is strange right there, isn't it?
But there still are some.
Another,
How can they talk about Santa Claus when there's so much unhappiness in the world?
has been on the fear of this?
Folks.
I know.
But
I
that's
know.
the whole point. Lots of unhappiness? Maybe so. But what would happen if we all tried to be like Santa?
And then you have Klaus there. What you have to remember.
Our love.
The way he talks, I'm sure he probably thinks that he's maybe
there would finally be peace on earth.
related to Adolf. His
Hey,
speeches,
it's getting late.
he's having some sort of
These letters to deliver.
ego trip,
You better be getting home too.
talking about
Remember,
hackers that would
behave yourself.
take down the grid.
Santa can still look into
What
the magic
you
circle and
must
see just what you
understand
Now
is
that you know
that
all about
you
it,
have to take down the
it
grid.
comes snow or high
It is
water,
imperative.
It's
It's like, dude, get on down the road. Get out of here. Yeah, Santa Claus without a beard. Yeah, everyone, that's right. Not my secret, that's right. Everybody's so terrified to speak anymore. And the ones that do are ostracized for it. Oh, absolutely, Dana. Absolutely. Absolutely, thy will be done. You got that right. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow, Frosty the Snowman
Yeah.
and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer get together to save a doomed circus in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July.
And this isn't a United States problem. This is a worldwide problem. And look at the reaction coming out of England just as of late.
Fantasy Island. Now stay tuned for the Love Boat, following an ABC News Sports update next.
Hell, I was talking to one of my clients yesterday afternoon, and well, he's creeping up on 80. And I just asked him, I said, so are you going to be taking the role of your sleeper? He's like, oh, you bet. I'm thinking, oh, no, are you serious? He goes, oh, yeah. Because, I can't afford it. I'm like, you're not buying all this, are you? He goes, buying what? What are you talking about? Which means he is buying it all. I'm just in shock. I wouldn't think he'd be buying it, but he's buying it. And he's a man of the house, so I guess everybody else in his family is buying it too. I don't know.
A sports update brought to you by Calvin Klein Jeans. Now on ABC News in New York, hit shot.
Good evening. The New York Giants kept their playoff hopes alive thanks to kicker Joe Dinelli.
I know.
3 easy field goal attempts under pressure.
And you got that right.
To tie the game in the final minute, then made this 35-yarder to beat Dallas in overtime.
And how much you want to bet
beating Buffalo.
the French are going to push back?
The game's only touchdown.
The English are going to push back.
In the playoffs.
I don't know about the Americans. Not sure. I can't speak for them. I can only speak for myself. Let's see, Tyler says, Monograph, did you see where Mr. Potter was talking about the
nation's most heralded freshman,
yeah, but I don't believe that that's the case. That's just my opinion. I don't know. True, I don't know.
ABC light heavyweight title. More later on the ABC News Weekend Report.
Defense Secretary Kessler Weinberger discusses world tensions on This Week with David Brinkley.
It's 1995. The robots are running.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, Dana.
Animals are running.
That's right.
Are running. Why?
And here's a really neat part, too. I don't know about your town. I mean, Denver is really, really bad. But the outskirts places, in other words, people that see you almost every day because you go there to get your coffee before you go to work, or you're going there to get cigars, or you go to your neighborhood liquor store or whatever the hell, they're really relaxed with it. You're like, oh, I forgot my muzzle. And they're like, oh, it's all
like steak and green peppers with fluffy rice and savory sauce.
Whereas if you go into these big old conglomerate stores or massive mall type stores like the Walmarts, Walgreens, oh, they'll tackle you down on the floor. They'll be calling the police on you. What's that, Maslin? Monograph, can you let the class know that I'm going to have I don't know that you are you gonna be having those expensive lawyer fees? Why? Oh, because that thing?
We're expecting you.
Yeah, that's gonna be not a happy time. You don't wear the muzzle? What was it, C. Smith? Hey, Monty, still new to your channel. Started watching about 8 months ago, but universally speaking, we all could use a drink with all the different problems that make up the big picture. To the Whiskey Fund, enjoy. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Smith. I appreciate that. Truly I do. Absolutely, positively. Thank you very much. I'll put that towards the Whiskey Fund. It's been a while since I've had whiskey, but it's coming around the holidays, so hey. What is this? Storm Chase Mike Monograph. We need to go kinetic nationwide. It's time to bring down media and all its clientele. It's all down, if you know what I mean. Time for a full-blown. Well, here's the thing. Somebody was just saying earlier in this show, somebody was talking about, which one of y'all fellas left that down here in the chat log about how one of Trump's big-time supporters or part of his administration was talking about full-blown martial law? Can somebody go get that tweet or the extension or who put it on? I'll go look for it and see if we can replicate it and pull it up. I'd like to see exactly what he said. Who was it? Now I'm trying to see here. Lynn Wood. All right. Hold on. Let me go look that up. Thank you. I thought you had that right. Lynn Wood. All right, let me go look. I know how to get to all these tweets really quick. I'll find it like this. Okay, pull it up. All right, let me go ahead and pull the exact quote. Here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is someone that's responding to it. It is right here. Put that right there, ladies and gentlemen, and go ahead and read it to the people on the replay. This is coming from Eric J. Carpenter on Tweeters. Is Lynn Wood suggests that President Trump, like Lincoln, should exercise the extraordinary powers of his office and declare limited martial law to temporarily suspend the Constitution and civilian control of the 2020 federal election in order to have the military implement a national revote that reflects the true will of the people. Federal candidates only, paper ballots, no computers, and counted with both parties, watching every vote, only registered voters, photo ID, to prove residency, conducted safely with everyone wearing muzzles. I approve this. This is a must. We will not let this election be swiped away. Let's see if Congress and the courts fail to uphold the United States Constitution. This may be an unfortunate last resort option. I say do it, but only if absolutely necessary. Now, so that is the context of the Lynn Wood
every city and hamlet in the country.
Suggestion of partial martial law. So essentially, they're calling for a revote. That's a pretty big deal.
And the work of the forces of law and order,
let's talk about that.
combating the traffic.
For the people in this room, this is the first time I've heard that. I read it for the very first time.
This ceaseless fight against the drug traffic.
Let's see. How many people agree with it? Would you be for that? Or do you think that would just be a trick? I think I don't trust any of these guys. You don't need to install martial law to have that very scenario. You don't. When you install, it's an oxymoron. This guy, the guy there, just broke that out of his mouth. Let me go ahead and give it the link to you. I don't know if I did or not. Maybe I did. It is right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is right there.
I speak of the school parent associations of this country.
Monty, if you didn't mind replicating that for people in the class. So, if in fact,
their eternal vigilance is the deciding factor in our fight against
that
the weed marijuana is grown in every
paragraph
statement.
Recently, in response
in the city of Brooklyn, New York,
tweet, I suppose.
A field of marijuana was found.
It's an oxymoron. When you institute or declare martial law, all of your constitutional rights supposedly just mysteriously vanish into thin air. And then later in this 3 paragraph, he talks about, I approve.
So by the way,
this is a must.
I'm going to give a little party Saturday afternoon over at my grandmother's. You know, the place we're swimming for?
Taken away, let's see, if Congress and the courts fail to uphold the United States Constitution, excuse me, you're talking about the Constitution, but yet you're talking about going on the martial law, which eliminates constitutional rights, to conduct your constitutional protected right of voting. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What are these people thinking? You don't need to declare martial law for anything. That's nonsense. Who is this? Ba, 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 ba. That's Kitty Kitty Meow. My sweet husband passed on 10/2/20. Sick for 31 days and done. Make a difference in Sonny's life. Thank you, Mommy. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that, for real. Holy smokes. So how can you do that, ladies and gentlemen? You're gonna call martial law so everyone can exercise their constitutional right of voting? That didn't make sense.
You know what
No.
Mother Jimmy does here?
Sorry.
Well, I'd like to know
Do
your front of
you
mind, Jack.
think in your mind that we'd have to be under martial law for that scenario to go forth? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hell, the military has been around in a plethora of different states,
Some other time.
not under martial law, we're under national emergency, which is one step forward. Right?
Don't be late, Jimmy.
And we have been there for quite some time. We don't need that. These guys are, in my opinion, these guys are provoking a situation to institute that kind of nonsense. Because here we go again. They talk about when they call martial law, when they declare martial law, it's like a national act of war on the people. That's exactly what it is. Because all of your constitutional rights go right out the window because who said so? Who said so? I was just curious. Who came up with that nonsense? That doesn't even make sense in itself. I wouldn't trust these. I would not trust any government agency to wash my dirty socks. No, I wouldn't. Because they have reneged on their promises. They've reneged on the things that they're being paid to do and have failed to do it. Sorry. Sorry. If the FBI was a legitimate outfit, then all of these dudes would have been arrested by now. We're still waiting for the Department of Justice to put their foot down. Still waiting. No one's been arrested. No, they haven't. Where are all the arrests? They're nowhere. Well, why not? They're not going to be anywhere either. No, because the corruption goes all the way to the top. Right? Come on now. It's just outrageous. And you know what? It's quite evident that they don't want to push. They don't want to push this too hard because they know that our entire nation is supported by metal detectors, and they know that if they push just too hard, that they will get. And you don't have an army big enough to combat it. Who's this? Rachel Obama, Monty? Do you think the blue helmets will come? I don't think so, because if the blue helmets come, then that means the United States Army or the United States military has essentially invited a foreign standing army into our country. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I would find that hard to believe. I sure would.
Visit.
Mm-mm. I mean, even right now, if you look at it, it feels like the United States is being softened up.
Right.
Get me? They're trying to soften you up for something major.
The answer is no.
But it's felt that way for about 6 months,
We had yesterday.
where you had massive unemployment. Now they're going into the hunger phase, right? But it's not funny. Who's this? Jimbo. Hi, mine.
She didn't say anything.
For your camo fund, that's how that works. God bless all the nobodies speaking the truth. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Or ma'am, I think you're a sir, pretty sure.
Chocolate. Thanks, Mrs. Lane.
I know you can't
So-
stay on empty stomachs.
There you are.
And enjoy
I mean, that's just the way it goes. It appears that they're just trying to soften up the nation.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
And before you know it, guaranteed that. Watch and see, watch and see, watch and see.
Hey, before we do that, ma'am, I've already.
They will use food as a weapon and say, hey,
Don't you like it?
if you want,
You know,
you want to feed your family,
I just got a
why
feeling.
don't you come over and give us your metal protector, buddy? You don't need it anyway because we're going to take care of you, remember? Yeah, sure they are.
It is my whole.
Kind of like they took care of the Australians, kind of like they took care of the Italians, kind of like they took care of the English. No, I don't think so.
Lovers on Friday night.
No, I don't think so.
Softest music.
You know,
for 10
ridiculous.
years.
Romeo.
My dear,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I sing to thee?
by the hour of 9.
Yeah, or in that area too, the straight and narrow.
Couldn't hear so bad.
That will be most probably somewhere down the road. No roll up your sleever,
Well,
no
I'll
food.
see you tomorrow, Barry.
So what do you want to do? I mean, it'll be incremental. No roll up your sleever, no job. No roll up your sleever, no riding on planes. No roll up your sleever, no travel in your car. No roll up your sleever, no driver's license. No roll up your sleever, let's see, no unemployment benefits. No roll up your sleever. It's always something. The problem is, the more and more you give, the more and more they take. That's it, buddy. That's it. It's only the people that have stood their ground that have lasted. Again, there was an incident back in 2013. I want to say it was late January, early February, where the state legislature in the state of Connecticut told 280,000 individuals that owned a certain metal detector that they had to register that metal detector. And if they didn't, they would be liable and they'd be under arrest. 280,000 people. It's the darndest thing. All 280,000 people said, I don't think so. They handed them over one of these, a monolith, to get my meaning. They gave them the middle one. And, you know, a lot of the sheriffs and our police said, we're not enforcing that. You want that enforced, state legislature? You get off your happy butts and you go enforce it. Still waiting for anybody to be arrested? No one has been. Well, why not? Because 280,000 people still said no. See how that works? That's how that works. And last time I checked, it's still no. And it's still no. And those state legislatures haven't got up off their asses and done a thing. Why not? I thought they were all powerful. Because 280,000 said no. Still. See how that works? That's how that works. And apparently that's the way you get things done. Because if people keep taking, there's got to be a certain point in time where you say, no, buddy, sorry, just no. That's it. Just no. Well, you can't drive. Well, watch me. Well, you can't travel. Watch me. But you can't go to, watch me. That's where all these problems are going to pop up all over the place. How are you going to combat that? You're not. You're just not. So this, even the thought that somebody is talking about, this Lynn Woodler, even the thought of bringing up, trying to suggest martial law, no. Sorry, wrong. Who would vote for that? You'd have to be out of your mind to even consider some hogwash. You don't need to declare martial law. To have the military, the National Guard to go there and oversee all the redo. You've done martial law. Stop it already. Wrong. It's not our fault that they can't get their machines right. It's not our fault that they don't have a clue what they're doing. It's not our fault. So why is it you and I should lose one right because they can't get it right? Really?
Because you hacked on your cell phone.
I don't think so. Ridiculous.
You breached bank security globally. And about 100 other
Man, that's something else.
Then you threatened me with eviction.
All right, let's go on this next one here.
Now. You guys are waiting to fry me on the 10th.
This here was posted by Mr. Malewin. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. This was from yesterday for the people in the class or the mods that want to replicate this, or everybody in the class can see it. Let's go ahead and read aloud for the people on the replay until the chat log comes up.
Nobody can see it.
Exclusive just hours
Chad
before
is
LA
the same.
County Supervisor Sheila Kuehl voted to ban all outdoor dining last Tuesday, which she described as the most dangerous situation. We've learned that she dined outdoors at Tiforno in Santa Monica. Here we go again. Here we go again. It's as if these people are. It's as if these people are enjoying this. You know, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's as if they're enjoying it. I don't know why they're enjoying it, but it appears that they are. That's not cool. See how that works? Mm-hmm. So that's how that works. What are you going to do about it? Mm-hmm. Go and look at this. All right. We had a little friendly fire there. Sorry about that. So, yeah, you've been reinstated. A little friendly fire. I apologize for that. Trying to get somebody else. Now, what is that? I will be done monograph. Yeah, even the general, Gustav, looks excited. You know, why are these people so excited? Excited about what? Doesn't even make sense. And, you know, when Trump talks about he's going to be using the military in a forceful way, forceful, full of force. Why?
Your fucking mods time me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Your fucking mod time me out. Well, where you went on your thing and didn't get a link? He asked you for a link after giving you 700. Dave, let me ask you a question.
What?
And I mean this honestly.
The shit's getting deep. I'm out. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, I don't know about that, Zero, but who knows?
Dave?
Yeah.
If someone is attacking you day in and day out, are you
Now, here's the
allowed to
thing
defend yourself?
about the
Whether they're an expatriate or not?
monolith.
If someone's
The
lying
one that they
about
found
you
in Utah,
nonstop,
a couple of days
hears
later,
one side.
disappeared.
I
Then they
usually
found
keep
another
my
one
mouth
supposedly
shut and fucking
in
don't say
Romania.
anything and
Now
just
that
let
one
them
disappeared.
run with all their lives and
I
say
don't know.
nothing.
I just not buying
But
it.
now it's at the point, you know what? No, I'm gonna say she did. What am I doing? I'm not supposed to use it that way. I had
Why would they take it down? For what
I
reason?
had nothing to say to you. Nothing at all. Because if I go up to bed, I say anything, then I'm attacking it.
Well,
You already
here's
did.
the thing, Dana.
I'm saying nothing.
It's not Gus.
You said enough.
It's not General Gus. People need to know the full name. It's
What did
Gustav.
I lie about?
Yeah, that's right.
Tell me one lie right now. Right now.
Which is Scandinavian / German. It's Gustav. That's right.
That's not what I write. Go on. When I didn't.
The reason why he's so excited, apparently, is because he gets to be used in a forceful way before he retires. Yeah.
Guess what, Galway girl? Everybody on Diana Wendy's panel today said
Sure
10
is
times
funny.
worse than
Sure
I
is
did.
funny.
But you know what? That's okay. It's okay that they said 10 times worse.
Sure is funny.
Diana, Wendy, and
that
fucking Randy.
not the whole world, but a
fucking
lot of the
joke.
world
They
is
are
waking up to
joke.
this hogwash.
They're
And they're
no
just seeing it for
more
what it is.
toughness of fucking anything. They're liars. They're hypocrites. And they're.
I just don't
fucking
understand how
sorry if you.
one guy can
Not my
sit there and
problem.
tell you what you're
But
going
at
to do.
least fucking
I
tell
just
the
never
truth.
did understand
Then
all
on
that.
top of it, you got Kelly Osmond, please. She's another one I'm not speaking to. Then you got fucking Kelly lying out of her ass.
What is that?
Hello.
No,
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, exactly.
Upset me, Laura. I like Laura.
That's right. That's right.
What happened?
She's muted herself.
I don't think she likes you.
And a lot of this is to confuse everyone. Because remember, we had a treatment that Trump got a treatment, and he was fine. But now you have these people and companies mandating this. Why not the treatment?
Thank you.
Trump, according to him, was cured. According to Trump. So why not that? Exactly. And that's just the Gustav.
Your supporters and Heidi.
Yeah, exactly. That's too funny.
Heidi's not here, so I'm just gonna say this. Anybody, we were attacked when we were your supporters.
What is
We
that?
were never in favor of all the hate you got. But we got
See,
just as
monograph.
much as you, Laura. We couldn't
The
even
rest of the
vote
world has been aware for years. Honestly,
Let's be honest
we're
about
just
that.
thankful the U.S. is becoming aware.
And we still
Yeah, but
support
here's
you.
the thing: is there enough people in the U.S. that is aware that could have have some sort of influence on the rest of the country, or at least to the part of the country that would be aware of it to make a difference? That's the
You
issue.
kept saying the same thing over and over to one of your guests on Galloway. Let me tell you something, Dave. This is what I'm talking about. There's 3 expatriates.
Do I believe that?
And cramming Nicole Galloway.
I believe it's
And
something.
that psyop wasn't even real.
But as far as this whole thing, the more and more that you look into it by their own words, their own standards, where they're saying the survivability rate is 99% or higher. No, I'm sorry, I'm just going by what they're doing. There's a lot of bait and switching going on.
Actually, I'm
I agree.
I have nothing to say.
There's not enough at the
For
moment.
record,
Yes,
Jennifer
I'll agree with
or
that.
myself had no clue.
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
We were asked about it
God,
because, well, but because of the thing with Randy, whether or not you like her, it was wrong. And you know me, Laura. You know that I'm a Christian. Whether or not you believe in my views, you know my heart. That hurt me. And it would hurt me if someone did it to you. I'm not on Twitter like that, so I don't
Who's this?
stuff. So you
Ms.
don't know
Donahue,
what was actually
for the whatever the
So
heck
you just
money
said
wants from
something
it.
posted that wasn't.
You write it, Laura.
Alrighty, well, I'll put that towards the,
Everybody did it. You admitted to
let's
it,
see.
and you said it
I'll
because
put
you
it toward the, pecan pie fund. How's that? Pecan pies are kind of expensive. Not the ones I get, there's just another small.
You
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
want to talk to you.
Truly
See,
do.
they know when
Yes,
they're
indeed.
talking about me no matter what time you
Yes, and duty, positively,
Why did he follow my
absolutely,
hang on.
positively. What is that? Alan says, monograph, the monolith looks like the one. I noticed that. You're right. Except it was made of metal. The one in the movie 2001. Wasn't that one of the color black? I thought it was. Or these were silver. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm not going anywhere, Ozzy. Take it or leave it. I am not going anywhere. I have a wonderful support system. I don't do the
who knows?
shady
Who's to
shit
say?
that you do, Miss fucking Reporter. Go fuck yourself.
You record everybody's call.
You are an obsessed is what you are.
Playing games.
You are an obsessed psycho stalker. Have a good day.
Bye-bye, Laura.
Says the gal that faked her own murder.
Yep.
What I don't understand is Laura's actually saying.
I don't know about that. I don't think it has anything to do with, aliens or spacecraft.
Well, I know
Just my
that. That's
opinion.
why I'm saying I don't understand why she just.
Yeah, that's what it was, emergency exit. That's,
Dave, I'm here. My phone is there about Ozzy's opinion. Galloway girls want to both have my phone number.
well, here's the thing, isn't, I think Trump's supposed to be down in Georgia.
If they
On Saturday,
really
if I'm
wanted
not
to
mistaken.
talk to me, they
Oh,
know how to get a hold of me. Ozzy Escobar. There's a big difference. That's why I said Ozzy is not in the same league as
What is that?
Not in the
I don't know if he's going to.
Sunshine.
When's he going to Camp David?
like a serious obsessed stalker.
You know what day?
I have a few of those.
Was it reported on what day he's going?
I'm sure Laura's got more than one.
Maybe. How many suckers think you got, Laura?
Don't like stuff.
Hold on a second. Trump shouts visit the Georgia. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I don't believe that. What?
I recall that.
Emergency exit. Send that to me over on tweeters. I want to hear it. I want to see that. I don't believe that. I think you're trying to pull my leg.
People
Did
that
he really?
paid you, followed you, supported you.
No one's ever paid me
People were
a penny.
hating.
I don't believe that.
Nobody's ever paid me a penny.
Little different then.
Yeah, I'm not monetized, but I did put a tip jar in my about page just because. So if anybody gives me money, I'm gonna burn it on the live hangout. So don't give me any money for those burners.
Let's see, Monograph, you know all this stuff with Sloppy Joe is setting up his so-called cabinet.
Side chat, man, they grow so fucking fast.
That's right. You're absolutely right. So here's the thing about that.
Good thing, Laura. The more
Oh, you
media
said
you have,
he should. Okay, not that he did. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, but you
All
want
right.
to know something, Dave? I'm not.
That's a good point there you make, Dana. Hold on a second. Let me go back up to you and read that aloud to the class.
Wonderful supporters that call your ex-Patreons that you
Or excuse me, I'm sorry. This is Pocahontas 1962 says, you know, Monograph, all this stuff with Sloppy Joe setting up his so-called cabinet. Trump didn't do that until he was in office. Well, you know what? That's a very good point. And here's the thing about that.
Laura's not the same.
Here's the
girl
thing
that I
about
knew
that.
Whenever I started a long time ago.
All right, let's take a vote.
You know, if
You just say what you think would happen in a couple of weeks. But try to imagine this right before it gets to the 20th, a couple of days before, maybe a week before, and then the Supreme Court rules that a whole lot of cheating was going on, and they hand it over to Trump. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying what it did. And here you have all these false promises to all these people thinking they're in these positions, but they're not. What do you think how the country would react to that? I'm just curious. Do you think there would be a whole lot of fire setting going on? I mean, seriously. Can you imagine the chaos behind that one? And if that were the case, ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't that kind of prove that the whole thing was just set up? That all sides knew about it? All sides knew that this was going on? That's a very good point. Why is it that he's setting up his cabinet so publicly right now when he's not even been sworn in yet? That doesn't make sense, does it? That doesn't make sense. I mean, next week we're going to find out who the White House janitor is. They'll already have an assignment for that. And we're talking about all the posts. Now, main post, speculation is that this one may be, appointed. That one might be appointed. That's one thing. But when you're spending hours upon hours on all news stations about who's been appointed what and the confirmation.
I want to ask Mojo. Mojo.
Yeah, something's wrong, man. Something's wrong.
Has he had enough yet?
Something's wrong. That's a good point. Real good point. Matter of fact, I need to give you a dirty sock for that one.
Mojo,
You get a dirty sock award for that one. Those are hard to come by.
Make things right, Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
Life is too short.
What is that?
About the peace and the love.
Mr. Walker says China already ate his lunch, and the media's. That's why.
Mojo, your tag team partner is. Yummy.
Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know who's.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. My wrestling persona? Really? Yeah. That's nice.
I know. All right, 1962. Don't be spending that dirty sock all in one place.
Make it right,
They're hard to come by. They're hard to come by.
Life is too short for all these battles.
I do remember Aaron Russo's documentary From Freedom to Fascism.
You gotta make things right.
I sure do.
Life is too short.
Matter of fact, somebody did a part 2 to that.
Let's go
And
to
they
2021
put one of my
with the
episodes
new
of the New
direction.
World
We all used to be
Soldier.
friends.
That's why I remember it so well. Because somebody sent me a copy of it, and they had the New World Order Soldier in there. I was like, wow, that's nice of them.
Mojo.
What is this?
That's what I wanted to hear.
Having his own office
Mojo.
of the president-elect. I've never heard of that before either.
Then he's up here trying to make it right. You make it right.
Let's see, Dana says monograph because it is
That's what I
the
wanted to hear,
setup
that, Jim.
that they want.
I'm not here to
Joe
make it right. I just
into
want to
completely
answer my
destruction of
question.
USA. But
Answer
here's the
my
thing.
question.
Can I
All
make
these
them
people
up?
that were running around saying, well, Trump would be the last president,
Mojo,
that would
make
take
it
a lot of weight out of their sail. But at the same time,
too long. And you know Mojo too long.
it's not over
We
until
all
it's
agree
over.
on each
Until somebody raises their hand on the 20th,
And the right
if we
thing to
even
do,
get
Mojo,
there,
like you
it's
preach.
not over. And even if somebody does, in other words, I'm not going to believe anything until the 21st.
No drama.
Because just somebody's there on the 20th that means that,
And I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
we'll see.
And both of y'all's my fucking
When the 21st comes around and says, you are the president or whoever they are,
guys.
that's what I'm going to believe.
This has been
I'm
going
not
on
believing
way
anything.
too long. I mean, there's other people's relationships, and no disrespect, Eddie. No disrespect to you.
But that's a good point.
Jenny Jane, I used to be friends with her. We used to be cool. She was so nice to me then.
Man, you
You're
talking
right.
about chaos?
So nice to
Can
me.
you imagine?
And then she
The
started
whole
hating me
country is under the belief
because of Mojo.
that Sloppy Joe
And that's the
and
God's
Kamala
honest truth. And I never done nothing
are
wrong
going
to
to
Jenny.
take over.
I mean, she was sweet
And
to
then
me.
days or a week
Sweet.
before, you get to say,
But-
no,
Yes. And
We
hey,
decided
she has
to
every
what it
right.
is.
still.
It is what it is.
Imagine
Exactly. It is what it
Oh
is.
my goodness.
That is what it is.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Have I had
You know
enough
what?
of
They
what, bro?
already have their 777.
Promised me hell. I
Look
waited
that way,
long
huh?
enough, so I'm
You've
bringing
been going
it back.
through enough,
You
hell.
son of a bitch.
You've been going through enough,
Too
hell.
late again. All
I'm
right,
not
that's
gonna
it.
kick a man while he's down.
You
got
are
two
super
strokes.
late. That means
I'm not gonna kick
it
him.
appears that you're going to have to stay after school for about
That's
40
nothing.
minutes.
I'll
We
kick
were-
you when you're down.
You can be half an hour
Mojo,
late.
can we
not-
make
not
this
just
whatever's
an hour,
going
Teach
on?
you.
20
I'll-
minutes.
I'm gonna jump right
I'll
back
teach-
up.
And
I'll
you're late
fucking-
in class.
My
I'll
daughter
fucking-
lay at the smack
I'll
down.
Dare you. It's a good
I'll
thing.
fucking teach
It's a
you.
good thing.
I'll teach you
What's
to
that?
fucking share my friend's information out.
I didn't share your friend's information out.
Mojo, what has been talking about, bro?
Prove
What
it.
is? No.
He's fucking paranoid, dude.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
I didn't share no fucking info out.
Uh,
You wouldn't
No,
believe
I
the
told
people
him.
that
I went
fucking
out to him.
message me and wanting your friend's info, but I don't give it to them. What's my answer to all of them? I don't dox. You want me to
Wow.
believe it?
I don't need to prove anything or to have anything proved.
all right. Let's see how many people we got in the room.
I've been trying to make up with you for like fucking 2 years. I
Holy
didn't troll
smokes.
you. The
There's
woman that
1,000
did
people
troll
in the
you
room. Okay,
admitted
let's
to
think
it,
about it.
and she wants all the credit.
Yes or no question.
You instigated it.
How many people
Prove it.
believe that Trump
How did I
will
instigate
be
it?
the
In
next
what way
president?
did
In
I
other words, we'll have a
instigate
second term.
women
Yes or no?
that had a problem with
And
you
regardless
because
of how it
you
looks right now.
shit. How did I
Yes or no?
instigate it?
I'm already
Keeping
counting.
them
Let's see
out
what you
of
say.
control now.
Anybody
Oh
want to
no, this
say
is not
that?
about the lady,
Yes,
about the one
no,
lady, is it?
just speak your
I'm not
mind.
keeping
Speak
nobody
freely.
under control.
Let's see what's going
Lady,
on.
I need to control.
All
Is
right.
that
Is that
lady
yes?
laying over there?
Say
She's scared of me.
Is she
Michael
still
says
on
yes.
the picture?
Ron says yes.
I thought
Number
this
2
lady.
says yes.
Wait a minute, are we talking about
Hold
this
on, let me
lady
catch up.
fucking
You're
put
so
me
fast.
on
Look
fucking
at you go.
Facebook, yada yada?
See, Inez says yes.
No,
Then are
Robert
we
says
talking about the
yes.
same one?
1962 says
no,
yes. Ty says yes. Laurie Tillman says no. Freeman says no. Let's see, Space Mono says yes. Let me be frank says yes. Sarah says no.
Let's talk.
Bonnie
If you can be civil, let's talk.
Blue says yes.
I'm sober.
Adatron says yes.
I'm not
Snowball
falling
says
out
yes.
before, nothing like that. Let's talk.
Secret Siren says no. Jane says not. Sweet says yes. Within says yes. Brad says yes.
I've been
Donahue
trying to
says
make it
yes.
right with this man right here.
And
for
51
2.5
says
years.
yes. Person
Every
says yes.
fucking
Goodwill
week he comes
says
up with
yes.
another,
Red Cell
another
says yes.
accusation. of
72
some
says
bullshit
yes.
that I
Ryan
didn't
says
do,
no.
man.
No.
Jared says
Yeah.
yes. Emergency exit says Trump
What
yes.
have I accused you of?
Robin says no. Jane says yes. Look at all the yeses coming in.
What have you not
Holy
accused me
smokes.
of, dude?
There's a bunch of yeses. There's only like a
why
handful
are
of
you
no.
now pulling
We'll see. We'll see.
the suicide
It's
card
not
out of your
gonna- we don't
fucking deck of hand?
Imagine it. We don't
When did I
have
pull
long
the
to wait.
suicide card?
It
Do you
appears
have-
that
You
we
said
have
the ultimate. You said the
how
ultimate
many days?
goal.
40 days? 50 days? Something like that?
Yeah, the
There's a
end
lot of
game
yeses.
you
I'm
telling me to kill myself is the end game, man.
However, if you go into these
motherfucker.
other channels,
No,
whoever they may
motherfucker.
be,
I want
I'm just showing
these
y'all
movie
true
channels,
colors, dude.
if you go to them, it's the
I'm just
opposite.
showing
I'm
y'all
sure
true
if
colors.
somebody
Yeah,
made
it
the
was your
question,
words. Your words.
depending on what channel you'd be in,
Your
you'd be
words,
mostly no's, and then a few yeses, right?
You told me to fucking
So I
kill
guess it
myself.
depends on where you're at.
I ain't scared of shit, dude.
I mean, most of y'all know I'm a
I got
libertarian,
way too much to live
but
for,
I do
and that's
live
what my
conservative.
video was about.
And most libertarians that I know do live in conservative.
I've never
Most
told
of them.
fucking Vinny. I told you I'm
That
not
I've
gonna
met
kick the man while he's down.
But all I'm just trying to say is, can you imagine the absolute and utter chaos that would ensue behind that one?
I want you
That
to
would
kick
be
me while I'm
all
down
these
because I'm
people that
still
have been
waiting.
I know you're a glutton for punishment, but I'm
appointed
not
into
gonna
these
do it.
positions
You have
that they're not
infinite
even
hell.
in these
Wife
positions
left
yet.
you. If your family don't want
In
nothing
other words,
to
you're
do,
not drawing a paycheck because those,
I'm
even
just
those
telling you,
positions
dude.
are real
You're
positions.
lonely as fuck.
Is that,
He's not
living hell
is
right
that the
now.
path?
I mean, he
Is
can
that the path
you play
we're
a rap
going
games
down,
all you
Mojo?
want.
Is it?
I just,
You
you told me
selected
to bring
Is
hell.
that-
I said I
according
ain't got
to
to.
the
You're
Associated
living your own.
Press. That's what it says everywhere. According to
He
the
said, worse than
Associated
that.
Press,
He told me to fucking kill
he's
myself
the
the other day.
president-elect.
No.
Okay,
No,
well, the Associated Press
No.
You
is
said
not the
you
United
hang
States
on to my
government.
legs.
Sorry, it's a news.
While I
I
fucking hate
said
myself.
to
The
you,
Associated
I'm
Press is
so
a news
sick and
organization.
tired of listening to
It has nothing
year
to
after
do-
year of your bullshit
It has
of
absolutely
using the
nothing to do with
suicide
our
card to victimize
When
any
have I ever
fucking
used
situation
suicide?
I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, let's
that
do
I
the
would
math.
bring you the rope and select the branch
Supreme
for
Court
you and
could
hang on to
decide,
your fucking
don't
feet.
be
That's how
found
sick
so
and
much
tired
cheating
I am.
going on, which
Oh,
means,
wow.
okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you are in the Olympics and you're a
I
swimmer,
said y'all's in
and
game
you're
is
caught
trying to
cheating
get me
in
to
the division of swimming, you are
It's not
disqualified. Is
So
that
you
right?
wanna go
Yes,
down?
that would be
You
right.
wanna go
Brother
down?
against
Now,
brother.
I thought you would be
think
sick.
to
You wanna
yourself
go down? You wanna go down the
Georgia
motherfucking
was caught
family
cheating
path, dude.
on a massive scale or medium scale or small, it doesn't even matter. Then all of the state of Georgia should be
Why do
disqualified.
you hate black
Is that
men,
right?
Mojo?
Yeah, that would be right.
Why do you hate black
If
men,
you're
Mojo?
found in this state
You're talking to a
of
man
cheating,
that plays
then
the
you're
blues.
disqualified. And you're
I
disqualified, you're
idolize Jimi
disqualified.
Hendrix. Have posters of him all over.
I mean, if
my
it
wall.
comes right down to
But
it,
I hate black
you
men.
don't know how the Supreme Court would vote. You have no idea. In my opinion, they would vote for
Next.
Sloppy Joe and Hamilton because of the repercussions.
Maybe
Now
I'm
you
not-
throw
It's
down.
just my opinion.
You throw
I don't
down,
know. We'll
motherfucker.
see.
You throw down.
But at the same time,
Duke's up.
if they said, yeah, we'll have Trump throw another go, can you imagine how many of all these individuals that have been already appointed into the positions they're not even in yet? That would add flame to the fire of all the people that support them on all their
waiting for
social
hell,
media, the
Mojo.
Twitters, and the
And I'm
Facebooks, and
ready for
Yeah,
it.
none are
YouTubes,
legit.
and people in life
We have no
about getting
president.
busy on how it is that
The whole
Trump will
infrastructure is on a
Can you
doomsday
the chaos that would
computer
ensue.
time clock.
And it just made me wonder if they're all playing
It's
the
all a
game.
stinking
Get
joke.
me face to face, and I'll give you some help, bro.
Makes you wonder.
You can't bring hell to me. I'm
Makes you
there
wonder.
and you're not here.
Either one of you all fucked up. So
Pretty much.
if you here's the deal, let me say something. Let me say something.
I don't.
If you two can't,
And we're all sitting around
and I'm just being
guessing, playing guessing games.
I'm trying.
We all don't even know.
It's obvious I got
Man,
lied to,
it's something else.
fucked around. You guys cry about the lies.
because
So sad.
Unbelievable.
it's not fair for y'all's relationship today. For other things. Now, I don't know who's involved. I don't know the names. I don't want to know the names.
No, then you'd have to admit to the collusion.
There's a lot of fucking pieces to the puzzle. And I've been trying to make up with Benny. I said, tell him
That's
every time he
right,
comes to
William.
the chat,
It
don't
would
say,
be the
oh,
perfect
hey,
storm.
how you dating?
Absolutely positively.
That's the only time I talk to you. And
Then you
your
get
friends
both
lie about
sides
me.
at each other's throat, essentially.
That's what you wanted.
And what would you have to do to stop it? Then you'd have to institute martial law to maintain order, so to speak. And you just kind of see how that would go.
Isn't that funny?
You'll see.
Isn't that funny?
I mean, that would just be right, wouldn't it?
What? Hold on. House full of patrols. My mom
Well, you're the one with the threats.
not here. My girl makes cooking videos. Like, who is trolling? My brothers don't live here.
Yeah, and
What
I
is that?
watch cows around the paddock collect their shit buried in the ground and watch fucking strawberries come up too.
You know what? I've thought about that, Dinky. I have thought about that my darn self. I have. I think about that all the time. About somebody doing just that. Mm-hmm. And then sending them in, see what happens. Or run them against the kid. In other words, they have a, I think they were saying they were going to distribute a home kit and they'll teach you how to do it and all this stuff. Well, what would keep somebody from doing that thing and say, oh yeah, here you go. And then videotape themselves sticking this little swab in the toilet. And then doing their little test and it goes, oh, you're positive.
I'm going for the
Wow, that's funny, because I did it in the toilet. How would I be positive? I just did it. Do you see how messy that could get? Because then the establishment would be like, wait a minute. You did it in the toilet. You're supposed to put it in your, in your nostril. You dipped it there. No, you cheated. Why did it come up positive if I put it in the toilet? Oh, that could be incredibly embarrassing for the establishment. And I'm willing to bet a lot of that. Yeah, well,
Quit fucking calling bullshit like I'm racist. I play the black man's blues. What the fuck?
because a leader of a country already did something like that, similar in the early days. He essentially did that with a goat and a piece of fruit, and both of them came back positive. What? All he did was take a swab,
You're living in hell, and I am a
put it in the
gentleman.
nostrils of a goat, and the other one in some sort of fruit, and sent them out.
Don't complain when I kick
And
your
that
fucking butt. I'm out.
control place in Atlanta said, "Oh, positive, oh, horrible thing. That's funny." And then he went out public and told everybody about it. How embarrassing! Yep. Yeah, fruits and goats. And wasn't that in? Correct me if I'm wrong. To all the students that would know. Was that Belarus? Is that where that happened, Belarus? And then what was it? A couple of months later, they're in civil war suddenly. So it's not like, oh, you're not gonna follow along. Oh, watch this. Here's your punishment.
Hello, it's John
Yeah,
Camillo.
exactly.
Anyone could leave me a
What
link to
country was that?
John Camillo's
Was
new
Tan-
channel. John Camillo.
Tanzania.
Somebody said it was.
Okay.
John Camillo.
Are they still doing
smokes
well?
pink Cigar.
Tanzania is where that
Tried
happened.
that. Got it.
Yeah, the president did that test. Isn't that neat? That's hysterical.
John Camillo.
And then he came out and tattled on it. Tanzanian president.
Hey.
That's hysterical.
No, you can't answer me.
That is absolutely
It's
hysterical.
John Camillo.
So
you don't know what I'm talking about there.
chances
Might
are
as well just go.
that they provided some sort of test for Americans.
John Camillo.
You know, a certain number of the population
John Camillo.
would videotape themselves in real time doing that. And that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. Yes, it
John
would be.
Camillo's.
Who's this, Manzu?
I don't know where he is.
Served on the under Bush, Obama both.
Need a link to John
True.
Camillo.
Neither party has mentioned vets grieving this or votes in 2008.
No, it's not funny.
Oh, is that right?
Funny. Just
2008.
John Camillo.
Wait a minute. I thought
The
in
new John Camillo
2000.
show here.
Yeah, just 2000 is where the vote was between,
A lot of exciting.
I believe it was Gore and Bush, right? I thought it was. So you're talking about through Bush and
Gonna go
Obama.
live
I didn't
here.
realize there was any problem with the
My good
bets
friend.
back then. I wasn't aware of it. So that's the first I've heard of it.
It's not working. I'm gonna
How
go
many were
now.
missing?
Somebody has
80,000
a link
votes
to
went
the
missing.
John Camillo show.
Yikes. In voting for who?
This seniors, it's time for.
Well, wait a minute. Bush wouldn't have run again, would he have? I didn't think so. That would have been his 8th term. Is that right? So it'd be whoever the contender.
Out there, of course, I'm John Camillo. My channel.
Is that right?
Is, totally on fire. Right
80,000 admitted.
Doing whatever it takes to get to that YouTube podcast.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Gore Bush.
I'm trolling people. It's just a troll. Thinking of the trolls down there. You know, the hater chat trolls down there. You know who they are.
Mhm.
I don't know if you figured it out yet. Hold on.
Yeah, it would be McCain. Was he the nominee? 2008?
Okay. Biden said he's going to be coming back.
I
later
never
with
liked that guy
Camillo,
anyway, McCain.
hater troll account.
I never liked him at all.
Troll.
Well, there's nothing to like anymore because he's no longer with us.
2009 reverse
Right.
troll. Yeah, he's a hater troll.
All I know is
We're just trying to stir up the pot there, right? Stirring up the pot. Everybody loves
Yeah.
to stir the pot up. And
No, I hear you.
Of course, none of us, in a year from now, none of us will have accomplished.
Romney, never liked him either.
goals that we
That good. That guy had the worst reputation. He'd go in there and he'd buy a company,
Everyone
and then a week later he'd fire everybody in the company. And then he'd restructure the company for a couple of weeks, and he'd turn right back around and sell it for a profit of, I don't know, $20,000, $60,000, $100,000. He'd do that again and again and again, and just destroy these businesses at the time.
Oh yeah, and Botter says.
5 minutes.
Sorry about Baba.
The mods that kept my room nice and clean, roll towards.
He's not sorry about Baba Booey.
And
he's not sorry about what happened to Baba Booey, but Baba Booey needs to know that.
apparently the algorithm lords are upset. But anyway, we're going to end this thing up in about 3 minutes. At 1 hour and 37 minutes. We're going to end it up at 1 hour and 40. So if there's anything you want to say in the chat log, please do. Get it out of your system. What you have to do is refresh. I don't know what's going on with that. Nose breath.
You know, you people
What is that?
are so unoriginal here with your.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think they would know if it was Motorola.
Go back to
I'm
the
sure they
rest
would.
of, your Jellos on the menu,
So-
blah, 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 blah.
We'll probably be back here tomorrow
Boy, the bottom of
about the same time if we can. I like doing the earlier shows rather than late ones.
lack of a true imagination, lack of
And,
originality, and that's why.
All you got to do is hit the
John
refresh.
Camillo, because I'm original.
All you have to do is hit the
I'm gonna tell you,
refresh.
I'm going to get, I'm going to let you people know. I like
It's
to
on a
say
delay.
things to make people mad. Okay, I like
Right.
doing it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's right there, Rick. I
So,
totally agree with that. Absolutely, positively.
I'm John Camillo. Wait. What?
So again, thanks for all the people that showed up and chimed in today.
Yeah, we're
We're gonna,
have farts too.
Maybe
I
do
know
a
Wildlife
poll or a
Matters
survey
is gonna be
video.
claiming that we stole his fart.
Maybe tomorrow night.
Wildlife Matters is doing fart.
We'll word it in such a way that everybody's going to get it. I'm sure. I'm sure you know what that's about. Just because it's becoming more relevant
Why are you stealing farts?
as they make a decision on who gets what when. Okay, you know how that goes. So we are at essentially not quite, but we're creeping up on the 1 minute warning,
A lot of people say.
and we're going to go ahead and end
what happened
this
to
stream.
It
We'll see you tomorrow,
was totally wrong. But what are you going to do?
maybe 7,
What
8,
are you
9
going to do?
o'clock Mountain Time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
What is that? Well, I answered there, Lawrence. Thank you. Appreciate it.
On the video, but we don't even use that audio. So frick this camera,
Yes, sir, yes,
right?
ma'am. That's right. That's the way it goes.
Hello.